Isn't he WWE Universal Champion? So why did they present him as a fanboy? Looking at it, I couldn't tell he's champ. Roll my intro. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, Belt Talk. I am your host, Terrence Matthews. Got a really good special show today. Want to go over Raw from a couple weeks ago, the whole exchange between Cody Rhodes and The Rock. Real interesting exchange. Kind of left us kind of baffled, may not really understanding what they're trying to do, the direction that they're trying to go in, so on and so forth. But we're getting ready to get into it, so let's talk about it. Raw, Netflix, brand new era, that we're in the Netflix era of WWE. And the show opened up with very, very interesting to me, I'll just say the least. Of course, we saw Triple H in the middle of the ring. Very, very good video package talking about exactly what it is that they do. We're not trying to fool nobody. This is theatrical. This is meant to tap into our emotions. This is meant to bring out different feelings, different emotions, from professional wrestling. Of course, as all of us do know, that's been watching the sport for some time now, which that's not even that's not a shocker, because that's exactly what it is. I mean, it's theatrical, it's magical, it's suspenseful. I mean, pro wrestling can be any and everything that you desire for it to be. So that's not a shocker with exactly what he said. Of course, like I said, a beautiful package showing the history of WWE and exactly how pretty much they got to that point, showing the past WWE superstars, the present WWE superstars, and of course the future of WWE as well. And after that, you would think the first person that we would see, in my opinion, and this is just me, the first person that you would see, you would think would be your Universal Champion, Cody Rhodes. Music would hit, big pop. They're in California. I mean, the place would have went crazy, but that's not what we got. We got The Rock, music hits. Of course, we know that The Rock is a big part of TKO. He's on the board, all that good stuff. But like I said, you would have thought that they would have opened up the show with Cody Rhodes, and that's not the direction that they went in. The direction that they went in, Rock's music hit, Rock comes out, place goes crazy. Rock comes in the middle of the ring and pretty much, tells everyone thank you, and he's excited for the direction of the direction of the company. Excited to be on Netflix. Gives kudos to the Netflix executives that are in the building, which is wonderful. And then the camera pans over to the crowd. And, the camera pan to Cody Rhodes. Now, I was baffled because that's your Universal Champion and he's in the crowd. That, I didn't really understand that. He said something to the effect of, Cody's been a great champion, responsible for getting us here, but carrying the load for the past year since he pinned Roman at WrestleMania last year. And like I said, I was baffled. It was like, when the camera hit Cody had a big, huge smile on his face, of course. Pretty much, like he always is, big smile, ha-ha, hoorah, all that good stuff. I mean, typical strong baby face, which I don't have a problem with that, but didn't have the Universal Heavyweight Championship. And it came across like Cody was a fan. And I have a little clip of it, a little audio clip of it that I want to play. And of course, because of copyrights, we won't be able to play the entire thing, but we'll be able to play just a tad bit to add a little bit more context to what I'm saying. Take a listen.
He has done an amazing job. Cody Rhodes, thank you, brother.
So he just said Cody Rhodes has done an amazing job as Universal Champion for the past year, which he has. You know, he has done an amazing job up until that point. But in my opinion, Cody is only a small portion, a small piece of the puzzle for them being able to come over to Netflix. I mean, we know past couple of years, WWE has been on fire. You know, they have revenue is through the roof, stocks is through the roof. I mean, the growth that the company has experienced within the last couple of years has just been crazy. Now, look, I understand that everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Now, so please, you know, this is what makes professional wrestling so special. We all can have our own personal opinion on on the content that we see from a day-to-day basis when it comes to WWE. So, of course, I understand that you guys may not agree with me, and that's fine. But he is not the main reason why they are in the position they're in right now. So let's keep on going. Let's keep on. Let's play a little bit more to hear exactly what The Rock has to say. Well, here it comes.
Cody Rhodes, one more thing. Tell Mama Rhodes The Rock said hello.
So he says, tell Mama Rose The Rock says hello. I mean, they're smiling. Cody is smiling back at The Rock. It's like everything that The Rock did to Cody the past year leading up to WrestleMania last year just was thrown out the window. I mean, he has a big smile on his face. The Rock is in the middle of the ring. Now, mind you, Cody is in the crowd. The face of your company is in the crowd like he is a spectator at the biggest show of the year to start off the new year, which is the first Netflix Raw premiere on Netflix. The first Raw of the year on Netflix. Your Universal Champion is in the crowd like a spectator. I mean, if that was me, I would feel some type of way because I don't have my belt and I look like a fanboy to Big Brother, The Rock, which is in the middle of the ring. And the audacity of The Rock to say, you know what? Tell Mama Rhodes hello? I mean, the whole build-up during that time, Rock was antagonizing Cody. I mean, has Cody forgot? Does Cody have amnesia all of a sudden? Has he forgot that beatdown that The Rock gave him, throwing him into his own bus? I mean, taking his, if I remember correctly, taking his own weight belt and whooping him like we would say, like the old folks say, a government mule. I mean, beating him across the back with his own weight belt. Has Cody forgot that? I mean, it's like everything has gone out of the window. And see, this is one of my frustrations with the old regime of WWE. They would do storylines and act like past storylines does not exist when we come forward into, a few months later down the road. They'll do some months ago and act like like they want us to have amnesia, like we don't remember exactly what happened to this person or to that person during that particular time. And that's the direction that it seems like they're going in. Now, of course, they can always pivot and go back to it or what have you. And it could have been just, we want to have a feel-good moment for right now and act like it ain't never happened and move on. But at the same time, man, Cody has got to feel some type of way when it comes to this because it's just not a good look. Your Universal Champion does not have the belt. He's not in the ring. especially with the opening of the show. They opened up with Triple H, of course, Major Pop, then The Rock, Major Pop, and then they showed Cody. Now, of course, they gave him his props, but it's nothing like having your champion come out, the face of your company come out and allow him to have his moment in the middle of the ring, in the middle of the ring, in the middle of the ring. And that, you know, and then if we now, of course, that night was grand. I mean, it was special. It was everything that you wanted it to be when it comes to what you want a first show to be like, to look like. I mean, all of that good stuff. But the next person that we saw, which was in the middle of the ring, the first match that we saw was Solo versus Roman for the Ulafala. And of course, the place went berserk. Solo comes out, great presentation, heel, looking the part, looking strong. And man, when Roman music hit, that place went crazy. I mean, went crazy. And if we're being honest, I think you guys would agree. Now, maybe some of y'all won't. Y'all Cody crybabies out there, people putting on a robe. I mean, some people leading up to WrestleMania just had a fit when they finally saw the direction that WWE was going to go in, and the fans went crazy. There was a certain person in a certain show that went crazy. I'm not going to call his name out because I'm new to this and I'm growing the channel and all that good stuff. And by the way, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. A subscribe don't cost you nothing, but it costs us everything. Like it, share it. Let's get Belt Talk out there in the universe, all right? Brand new show, something new, going over all things professional wrestling. So there's my promo. So let's keep on going. So, yeah, the Cody Crybabies went crazy, went absolutely crazy. Now, look, I'm not trying to divide the wrestling fans between the Roman Empire and the Cody fans. I'm not trying to do that. But there's clearly a difference between the Roman fans and the Cody fans. Now, we'll talk about that on another podcast. We'll get into that to really stir the pot, and get into on another podcast. But look, Roman comes out, big, huge pop. Does his thing. The place goes crazy. Roman gets like 3 pops, three huge ovations before he even get to the middle of the ring. I mean, that's Roman. That's Roman. That's our tribal OTC. That's our OTC. And if we're being honest, can we be honest for a moment? Chat, can we be honest for a moment? YouTube, can we be honest for a moment? World, Roman Reigns is solely, and this is not discrediting no one else, but Roman Reigns single-handedly carried this company from the COVID era all the way up into the era that we are in right now. If Roman Reigns does not take television and turn it into cinematic storytelling with TV, we may not be where we are right now. The stocks may not be through the roof. The merchandise sales may not be through the roof. I mean, this man single-handedly, everyone that got in the ring with him, he got them over. From Sami Zayn all the way up to Cody Rhodes. I mean, it's not a Cody Rhodes right now like it is if it's not for Roman Reigns. It's just not. So to have Rock say that, like he carried the company the last 5 or 6 months, but it came off like, no, I won't say that. It somewhat came off like either he's trolling Cody, or he's setting Cody up, or he's playing Cody for a little naive fanboy and I'm Big Brother, and I'm going to have you to take your guard down, and then I'm going to stab you in the back. I mean, that's how it came off. I mean, is it just me? I mean, because, again, you can't forget everything that this man has just took you through leading up to WrestleMania. To WrestleMania in Philadelphia. You cannot forget. I mean, his life was hell every week. They had this dude, they was whooping his tail. And the first week, the first Netflix special, Rock was talking to him like it never happened. It never happened. I mean, if you follow WWE on, and again, that little clip that we showed, that clip that we heard was directly from WWE YouTube channel. Shout out to them. Great work, great content. But if you follow them on Instagram, it was shots, it was clips of them drinking The Rock's drink. His tequila, taking shots with each other like, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for everything that you've done for the company. And it's just crazy to me, like, have we forgotten? Have we forgotten? Has he forgotten? Is he so in awe of The Rock that he would be that, I don't want to call him foolish, that naive, to where he will forget, he has forgotten that everything that The Rock is taking him through, the emotional stress, the trauma, his body having to heal, the stripes on his back, the stripes across his chest, has our Universal Champion forgotten all of that? All of that? I hope not. Now, the next night on NXT, Rock was scheduled to be there. He said at the end of the show that he would be there. And he was there in NXT. And I think The Rock heard some of the commotion, some of the talking points, people kind of complaining behind what he said to Cody in the ring. And he kind of, took a shot at the fans indirectly and said, hey, pretty much know your role, shut your mouth, and enjoy the ride that The Rock is getting ready to take you on. Now, of course, that would somewhat give us hope, because that kind of alludes to that, maybe he's playing Cody this entire time. I mean, that could be the case. I mean, he is the final boss. I mean, not only is he the final boss in the ring, but he is everybody pretty much in WWE right now, final boss. So that gives us hope that maybe there is a swerve that's coming. Maybe he is trying to catch Cody off guard. Maybe. I mean, who knows? It is The Rock. I mean, I do believe that The Rock wants to be loved right now in WWE, but I don't think that he can come back and be loved and really get the heat and attention that he desires to have with him having so much power in WWE right now. I mean, power does not usually go with a babyface. Power usually goes with a heel, able to manipulate, able to use his power to his advantage and really get up under people's skin. Come out and say, you know what? I don't care what you think. You're doing this because I am your boss. I am Triple H's boss. I am everybody's boss that comes across me in the WWE right now, because I hold all the stakes. You know that old song by, is it Burt Reynolds? You got to know when to hold them. Is it Burt Reynolds? Is it Burt Reynolds, Lord? Who is that? Who's that? Who? Johnny Cash. Yeah, Johnny Cash. Thank you, honey. That's my wife. You'll meet us sooner or later on. She'll be on the podcast with me. But it says you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You better count your money when you're sitting at the table, something like that. Rock pretty much is holding all the cards. I mean, even when it comes to next year's WrestleMania in Las Vegas, he is holding all the cards. I'm pretty sure that Triple H somewhat knows the direction that he wants to go in when it comes to WrestleMania. I mean, there's so many players that's involved that can be involved inside this doggone, inside of the main event of WrestleMania. It's so many directions that he can go. I mean, John Cena came back. I mean, shout out to the champ, man. John freaking Cena has came back. He made his presence be known. Pretty much, he said he's going to enter into the 2025 Royal Rumble, and he kind of swerved the fans a little bit, but kind of took him on an emotional ride, which John is real good at doing. And he pretty much came out and said, "Hey, what if I am able to win the Royal Rumble? What if?" And that's a big what if. What if John freaking Cena is able to win the Royal Rumble? I mean, can you imagine if Cody still has that belt when it comes to has that Universal Championship belt, and the main event of WrestleMania is Cody Rhodes versus John Cena? I mean, a passing of the torch, maybe, or even John picking up his 16th, 17th time championship. I believe Ric Flair holds the most belts over any promotion, but John Cena would have the most belts in WWE history. Can you imagine that? I mean, that would be so cool, man, to have that moment, or even to have Cody pin Cena, and that's the last time we see John Cena. Cody gets out the ring, gives Cena his moment, unlaces his boots, lays him right there, or hands him over to Cody, or something to that extent. I mean, that would be pretty cool. But there's so many possibilities. So many possibilities. Cena enter into the Royal Rumble. I mean, it's crazy what the pin, if with Triple H having the pin, what he can do. But the pin is no good when you have the final boss that can interject himself at the last minute, like he did in Philadelphia, and pretty much changed the direction, which it was a phenomenal ride. I mean, don't get me wrong. But everybody knows that they was going one direction. And The Rock said, no. Let's go this direction. The fans were screaming for Cody to finish the story. Rock was like, no, I want to main event WrestleMania with my cousin, Roman Reigns. Fans went into an uproar. And lo and behold, thank God he listened, because he had a chance to finish off his story. He had a chance to finish off his story. So, on the next episode, we're going to go over what happened at the beginning of SmackDown on last Friday. So, thank you guys for joining me. Stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, turn your notifications on. Brand new brand new podcast, brand new show. It'll be a talk show. Brand new wrestling talk show. I mean, this is going to be whatever we make it into. Join the community, comment. If you don't agree, if you do agree, drop it in the comment section before we can start a conversation, all right? This is something that I'm passionate about. I've been watching wrestling since I was a little boy. And I'm very passionate about this. Grew up watching all these guys and gals. So excited for the direction that WWE is going in, professional wrestling as a whole. I mean, we're going to get into AEW. We're going to get into NXT. And eventually, we're going to get into reality of wrestling with our own Booker T over there, with Booker T over there, and our one of them cousins has that world championship belt of reality of wrestling, Zilla Fatu. Great young man. Had the privilege of meeting him when he's a little bitty boy. Awesome. His father's Umaga. Had a chance to shake his hands back when Zilla was maybe 7, 8 years old. He played on the same team as my godsons did back in the day, the Little League team. Phenomenal middle linebacker. Oh my God. Closing speed, hidden power. The boy had it. And it's so exciting to see him put it all together and pretty much getting ready to revolutionize. He's revolutionizing the independent scene. And eventually, I'm pretty sure with him being connected to Booker T, that the path is only leading him over to the big W, WWE. So we'll leave it right there, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Belt Talk. I'm Terrence Matthews. We'll catch you on the next one. We out.